70 million people died by the end of time of World War II in 1945. Then, 2 years later, in Austria, a legend was born right after they lost the war alongside Germany. A legend with all the success he had, he also was a big influence in my life. The past 5 years, he impacted it so much. My name is Francisco Saldivar. In the next few minutes, I'm going to be speaking of a person who is sensational to be around, a person who looks as big and is as strong as Hercules, a person who crushed the movie box offices in Hollywood, a person who crushed the competitive people alongside him in big tournaments, a person who became governor of California for 8 years, and a person who is a champion, Arnold Schwarzenegger. His first main point would be bodybuilding. His transition to bodybuilding was very inspiring. They had just lost the World War II alongside Germany, and for him to travel all the way to make it into the United States and be successful as he is in bodybuilding, becoming the father of bodybuilding himself. And he is known as the greatest bodybuilder of all time. He won many tournaments. They were called Mr. Universe, and he won many tournaments, but the most important ones was the Olympia ones. He won 7 Mr. Olympia tournaments. And the only one to do so, other than that, is this one other person. Leading towards the victories, after that it led towards magazines, a couple modeling, and he ended up getting a couple roles on TV shows and movies after that. So the main point number 2 is he became a movie star. Not only just a regular movie star, one of the greatest movie stars of all time during his era. And he became a movie star not by letting other people influence his life, if not by saying yes to the people who told him no, that he couldn't do it. He didn't speak English very well, and he had to take some acting classes and still be able to compete, go into the gym to be winning these big tournaments alongside making some movies at the same time. And some movies were forcing him to cut weight, and some were forcing him to take English classes so he can get his English better for the movies. Some of the movies he was successful in was 4 Terminator movies, 1 Predator, one was called The Predator, and another was called The Commando, and so on. He had so many success in the movie industry. Main point number 3, it was when he became governor of California. I guess you can say, with all he has done, all his success gave him big hype to win government in California. And he became governor of California because he wanted to give back to society that made him who he was. And he wanted to become governor not only of a certain state, but of California specifically, because that was his home. And that was his home for the past few years, and it meant a lot to him. So he was so successful that even the cash they offered him as governor of California, he donated to charity, and he took it as petty cash, as he said. And the conclusion was that now I have shared his success on some of the information of Arnold being one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, a movie star, a former governor of California. And I hope it can be as useful as it was to me, so y'all can become as successful as he could be in any certain goals you are trying to reach. Arnold Schwarzenegger said, there was a big quote that he took, and it was in a different language. It was Denjon, and it says, "When you do something, go all out." And us learning off other people's success can lead towards our own success and inspire ourselves to do the best and go all out in any other situations. As he said, the mind is the limit. Thank y'all for listening to my speech. Thank you very much.